Very good morning to all. I'm Dr. Amit. The title of my paper is Assessment of Agreement in Diagnosis of Retinopathy of Prematurity between Ophthalmology Residents and Retina Specialists. This study was conducted in the departments of Ophthalmology and Neonatology in JIPMAR, Pondicherry. So, retinopathy of prematurity is a leading cause of blindness in the pediatric population. The number of infants at risk for ROP is increasing, while the number of ROP specialists available in the country is very limited. So, this places a greater burden on the retina specialists to screen for and manage ROP as well as manage their retina clinics. So, to ease this burden, the ophthalmologist without retina subspecialty training may be trained and charged with screening and referral of ROP. So, that was the rationale of our study. So our study was conducted to determine the ROP screening efficiency of ophthalmology senior residents in the department in comparison to a retina specialist, and also to determine the inter-rater agreement in diagnosis of various stages of ROP. So coming to the novelty of the study, there are various few studies which are reported before, but most of them were either image-based or direct ophthalmoscopy-based. So limitation of a DO for ROP is that we are not able to examine the retinal periphery, which is mandatory for diagnosis of ROP. Again, coming to image-based studies, we are not able to differentiate between demarcation line and a demarcation ridge. That's we don't have a 3D image. So staging the retinopathy may be slightly difficult with imaging, and also between flat and elevated nerve vessels, it will be sometimes difficult. And also there might be some artifacts, and also the machine is very costly, as you know. So the current study, what we have done was diagnosis and grading was based on ROP with indirect ophthalmoscopy, which is the ideal diagnostic modality of ROP. And to the best of our knowledge, no similar study has been reported in literature before. So objective of our study was, the primary objective was to assess the level of agreement in the diagnosis of ROP between ophthalmology senior residents and the retina specialists. Secondary objective was to estimate the sensitivity, specificity, and predictive values. And also we have looked at the prevalence and perinatal risk factors for ROP. So sample size was calculated for agreement analysis based on 0.6 agreement, which is considered as a good agreement between two raters, and the estimated sample size was 463 eyes for that analysis. So the study was conducted between July 2018 to April 2020 after IAC approval, and ROP screening was done sequentially by one trained ophthalmology senior resident followed by one retina specialist, and the diagnosis by the retina specialist was considered as final in case of any discrepancy. And the experience of the senior residents was performing 3 years IO without indentation, and then subsequently trained of ROP screening and IO with indentation for 6 months, whereas the retina specialist had more than 7 years experience of ROP screening and doing IO with indentation. So various stages of ROP were classified and staged based on international classification of ROP, and the 5 stages are further divided into 2 categories, category 1 and 2. Category 1 are those which require very less follow-up, this monthly follow-up, and category 2 are those which require 2 weekly or weekly follow-up or treatment, that is stage 2, 3, 4, and 5. So statistical tests used were chi-square test and Fisher's-Exit test, logistic regression analysis, and Kappa statistics for the agreement analysis. Coming to total number of babies screened, it was 1125 babies who were screened during the study period, and prevalence of ROP found around 22%. And we have seen that gestational age, birth weight, and oxygen supplementation and sepsis were associated with ROP both on univariate and multivariate analysis. And there were 250 babies with 433 eyes which had ROP, and various stages of ROP. Stage 1 was 288 eyes, stage 2 113 eyes, stage 3 with 30 eyes, and stage 4 with 2 eyes. And 27 eyes of 15 babies were lasered, which has shown subsequent regression. Coming to the agreement analysis, the 500 eyes of the 250 babies who had ROP in either eye were taken in a study for the agreement analysis, and we have found that the agreement was 0.9 for any stage ROP, and for category 1 it was 0.81, and category 2 it was 0.82. So if you can see from the left side table, any agreement more than 0.81 is considered as almost perfect agreement between two raters. The cases which were misdiagnosed by the senior residents are very few. In stage 1, there are 9 cases which are misdiagnosed. Stage 2, there are 4 cases. Stage 3, there are 4 cases, and stage 4, all the cases are correctly diagnosed. So sensitivity, specificity, and predictive values of the diagnosis by the senior residents in comparison to the diagnosis by the retina specialist ranged between 86 to 99%, which is very good. So coming to the discussion, recent advances in neonatal care has caused an increase in the survival of low birth weight infants and rise of ROP. In India, almost 500 children are estimated to become blind from ROP annually. We should know that a premature child is not born with ROP. Each such child has a potential for normal vision despite immature retina at the birth. So screening helps us to identify infants who already have threshold ROP or have the potential to reach threshold ROP, which might cause blindness. So early recognition provides an opportunity for effective treatment. So however, there are only less than 100 estimated ROP specialists across the nation and fewer than 20 centers that are equipped to manage all aspects of ROP. This was based on a study by Indian ROP Society in 2017. So there is an urgent need to scale up this scarce expertise. So these are the previous studies, similar studies, where you can see the agreement and the sensitivity specificity was almost comparable to our study, but our study had an advantage that it was based on IO, which is the ideal diagnostic modality for ROP diagnosis. So coming to conclusion, we got significant agreement on kappa analysis between the two groups, and also the agreement continued to be significant on further subclassification into category 1 and category 2. Sensitivity, specificity, and predictive values are between 86 to 99%, and the residents trained in ROP screening can hence be taken care of ROP screening, while the retina specialist can divert the skills in management of ROP. So our recommendation will be early introduction of use of indirect ophthalmoscopy in the first year of the residency. So adequate training in ROP screening, initial screening by the residents under supervision of the retina specialist, and assessment of their screening efficiency, and finally independent screening of the ROP babies by the trained residents or general ophthalmologists, and referral of doubtful cases to the retina specialist. So this is the way forward. These are my references. Thank you for your patient hearing.
Thanks, Amit. There are two questions. What do you mean by misdiagnosing ROP? They couldn't pick up the disease, or
they have underdiagnosed or overdiagnosed?
Overdiagnosed also.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are 4 cases in stage 3.
Okay.
2 of them are diagnosed as stage 2, and 2 of them are overdiagnosed as stage 4A, that extrafoveal tractional RD. So sometimes the elevated new vessels might appear as tractional retinal detachment.
Second thing, do you involve the JR3s also, or only
no, in this study we have involved only the senior residents, but routinely in our department, the final year JRs accompany the residents and the retina specialists for ROP screening, and we start indirect ophthalmoscopy from the first year of residency. For the last 3 years we are doing that, and we have seen that most of them by the reach the final year, they are very efficient in doing all the indirect ophthalmoscopy examinations. And that's what, it's a gradual thing, and the inhibition is mainly in the mind, which you realize.
Yes, I do agree, because considering the less number of retinologists and especially ROP specialists, if we involve the SRs and other personnel, definitely it will ease out the problem burden.
Yes.
So
And
thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And being a single practitioner ROP in a center, retina, it becomes sometimes difficult to manage multiple babies and ICUs.